Wagner Group rebellion challenges Putin's rule over Russia. Wagner mercenary chief Yevgeny Prigozhin said Saturday he had ordered his forces to turn back and return to their bases, seemingly abandoning an armed rebellion that had them heading toward Moscow. In a post on Telegram, Prigozhin said the move was done to avoid bloodshed. Russian President Vladimir Putin had accused mercenary Prigozhin of treason and vowed to crush the growing armed rebellion. Win or lose, the attempt by Prigozhin to change military leadership to his liking would have likely seen Putin remain as the country's top leader. After all, a startling number of Putin's political adversaries, many without the high profile of Prigozhin, have succumbed to poison or fallen to their deaths from tall buildings, and it is intriguing to speculate why Putin has suffered Prigozhin and his antics. A compelling explanation is that Putin can't do without the Wagner Group, Prigozhin's army. With poor middle-level leadership and an inability to integrate all their capabilities into a coherent and cohesive force, the invasion by Russia's army has been reduced to defending static positions and reverting to the Russian default instrument of battlefield power, bombardment. As Ukrainian forces probe Russia's defenses to find spots weak enough to exploit in a counterattack, one is driven to a conclusion that Putin may have already considered: a negotiated settlement that legitimizes Russian occupation of Crimea and Donbass. Prigozhin's announcement that his forces will not be marching on Moscow may be at least partially the result of this consideration. Why did the Wagner mercenaries turn on Russia's military? Before Putin's speech last night, Yevgeny Prigozhin, chief of the Wagner mercenary group, had been careful to say that he was leading his uprising against Russia's armed forces, but not against Putin himself, said Michael McFaul, former U.S. ambassador to Russia. For a long time in the lengthy war in Ukraine, Prigozhin had been extremely bluntly, even crudely, critical of Russia's conventional armed forces, in particular, of Valery Gerasimov, the leader of Moscow's military, and Minister of Defense Sergei Shoigu, accusing them of conducting the war very poorly and attacking members of the Wagner Group. It appears Prigozhin had been planning this uprising for a long time because he wanted to overthrow the two generals, not the Putin regime. It did not appear to be an off-the-cuff decision made on a whim yesterday. Zelensky calls armed rebellion complete chaos, urges increased support for Ukraine. In a video posted on Telegram, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called the armed rebellion complete chaos, alleging that it shows the masters of Russia do not control anything, according to a translation. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.